Hello everybody. In today's video I just wanted to talk a little bit about your client's kind of view, or I don't know if I want to call it a bias, but how clients kind of like certain companies, and you just can't agree because you just know that company is for whatever reason, maybe it's a B plus company instead of an A plus rated company, or they have a track record with you and your personal anecdotes of denying claims or being difficult to work with. And I understand that, I get that. There's a company in Hawaii that people seem to think is the best insurance you can buy, and they are terrible. They're overpriced, they deny claims, and they're an Advantage plan. So, it's just something that you have to kind of work through. And I think just by having, the honesty in why you feel certain ways, backed up with data, backed up with your experiences, that's kind of what you as an agent can bring to the table when you have clients that are, for lack of a better term, they like the company that they know. And that's how we all are, right? I myself have the same bias. I buy my insurance from companies that I represent, and thus I like to recommend these products that I buy from from companies that I represent. So it's understandable, but there has to be some form of when you're trying to change someone's mind, it requires a whole lot, and you may never change someone's mind. And as agents, as insurance agents, I have made the judgment call to just say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this person. If they can't see things the way that I see them, then we just can't have this relationship. And that's okay. That's 100% okay. And the reason why it's okay is, and I go through this again with like a doctor. So if my doctor believes in traditional treatment for cholesterol, let's say statin and maybe protective, low dose aspirin or something, and for stroke risk reduction, and I'm someone who says, you know what, doc, I don't like that. I want to just try it with diet and exercise. And my physician says, no, you know what, Matt, I can't let you walk out of my office without you accepting this prescription, because for me, all the studies show that this will help you. And me being a practicing physician, a doctor who wants the best for their patients, the data says that this is everything that you should be doing. And if you don't listen to me, then that's on me, because I haven't explained this to you properly. And I think for a lot of people at that point, they just, for whatever reason, they say, oh yeah, okay, doc, whatever. Or what I would suggest doing is they will just leave the practice, find another doctor. And I think that's what you should do. And that's how you should view your prospect, maybe not agreeing with your decisions. Whether or not they agree with you is not the issue, I guess. It's that next step. So if they don't agree with you, then find someone else who agrees with them, and then they can both take that route. If you do change their mind now, you will have to, and this is the part where it is kind of you have to have that conviction and the data and the willingness to admit when you're wrong. So again, if we go back to that doctor and the traditional treatment method of statin and baby aspirin, and then the patient who wants to do the natural way with diet and exercise and a retest, and the doc says no, the doctor should then, after maybe 6 months, if the patient did what the doctor said, took the statin and diet and exercise, if the numbers show that this is really good, then the doctor should offer the patient a way to get off of that medication, right? And say, well, maybe the diet and exercise is working, or there's more data now that prove that diet and exercise can be enough to get a patient's cholesterol levels back in line. So that's kind of the two sides, and what I believe should be done with clients as well, with clients who like a certain company. It's really hard, especially if you're dealing with life insurance, because client won't know that things were all right until the end. But for a lot of different, I guess, insurance, you're gonna have to kind of be more proactive and also keep up to date with the data. I'll give one personal example, and that's, I had a client who really liked this one company and said, that's where I'm gonna go, that's what my doctors say I should get this company. And I said, you know what, if that's your true objective, then here's their website. You can go ahead and self-enroll, because I don't represent their company. I don't like them. And he said, wait, hang on, why? And I said, well, this is why, and this is the route that I would recommend to my clients. And then I gave him my reasoning, my analytical reasoning, and also my anecdotal reasoning, and just reasoning that, based on industry knowledge, would suggest. And he looked at me and said, well, yeah, this is a junk deal. Like, why am I doing this? And I said, well, it's just, most people, when they retire, this is where they just, assume to go, because it's what they know. And then when it came to part of him getting services, he's like, there's no insurance company to go through. I said, no, your doctor wants it, he just orders it. I don't need to get like some authorization or anything. No. Your surgery, your heart surgery, no need referral even. Just show up. As long as the doctors know you're gonna come, they have you down as their patient. Your doctor forwarded your charts, your information, so that the the cardiologist can see what he needs to see or she needs to see. You're good. And from that moment on, he was like, geez, this is way easier than when I had it back when I was, working. And I said, yeah, it's made to be. One of the benefits of being on Original Medicare is you don't have to deal with the insurance companies if you choose the Original Medicare plus the Medigap plan. And the reason why I always say plus the Medigap plan is there are certain hospitals out there, the Mayo Clinic, for example, that will take Original Medicare patients so long as they have a Medigap plan. And the reason why they do that way is because the Original Medicare without a Medigap plan has no ceiling for costs. So if the hospital has you there for 30, 60 days, and they're pulling in surgeons from other parts of the country, and those surgeons bill under Part B, you could be looking at 20% of that cost, plus the hospitalization cost up front is already $1,500. So you're looking at a very, very high co-insurance that this patient could possibly have to take. So the Medigap plan kind of puts a cap on all of that. And if you have a Plan F, then you have no copay. Plan G just have the deductible, and the Plan N you'd have the deductible plus ER and outpatient doctor visits. So it does provide a bit of safety net for the hospital, and they can do that because that's they're the Mayo Clinic. But that's all I have to say for that. Make sure you subscribe if you're still here, and enjoy these videos. I've been doing them from my car. Hopefully they are educational and light, relaxing, and fun. See you in the next one.